The B-2 Spirit is one of the most mysterious and fascinating aircraft ever created, a machine that looks like it came straight out of a science fiction movie but was built to serve a very real purpose. When people think about military aviation, they often imagine fast fighter jets screaming through the sky or massive bombers loaded with weapons. The B-2 Spirit is different. It does not rely on speed alone, and it does not need dramatic maneuvers to survive. Its greatest weapon is the ability to remain unseen. For decades, this flying wing aircraft has represented the cutting edge of stealth technology, giving the United States Air Force the ability to strike targets almost anywhere in the world while avoiding enemy detection. Even today, years after its introduction, the B-2 remains one of the most advanced and respected bombers ever built. The story of the B-2 begins during the Cold War, a time when the United States and the Soviet Union were engaged in a global competition for military superiority. Both nations were developing increasingly sophisticated air defense systems capable of detecting and destroying enemy aircraft. Military planners realized that traditional bombers would have difficulty surviving in heavily defended airspace. The answer was not simply building a faster airplane. Instead, engineers began exploring ways to make an aircraft nearly invisible to radar. This idea eventually evolved into the stealth technology that would change military aviation forever. Northrop Grumman, the company responsible for developing the aircraft, drew inspiration from earlier flying wing designs. Unlike conventional airplanes that have a distinct fuselage, tail, and wings, the B-2 is essentially one giant wing. This unusual shape helps reduce radar reflections and improves aerodynamic efficiency. When viewed from above, the aircraft resembles a smooth boomerang gliding through the sky. Every line, curve, and angle was carefully designed to minimize its radar signature. Even the engine intakes and exhaust systems were engineered to reduce the chances of detection. When the B-2 first appeared in public, it immediately captured worldwide attention. Aviation experts were amazed by its futuristic appearance. Many people had never seen anything like it before. The aircraft looked less like a traditional bomber and more like an alien spacecraft. Yet behind the striking design was a highly practical purpose. The B-2 was created to penetrate the most heavily defended airspace on Earth and deliver its payload with incredible precision. One of the most remarkable aspects of the B-2 is its stealth capability. Radar systems work by sending out radio waves and detecting reflections from objects in the sky. Most aircraft reflect enough energy to create a visible radar signature. The B-2 was designed to scatter radar waves away from their source, making detection extremely difficult. Special radar-absorbent materials further reduce the amount of energy reflected back to enemy sensors. As a result, the aircraft appears much smaller on radar screens than its actual size would suggest. The B-2 is a large aircraft, with a wingspan exceeding 170 feet. Despite its size, it can be surprisingly difficult to detect. This combination of size and stealth is one of the reasons the aircraft remains so impressive. Many stealth aircraft are relatively small fighters, but the B-2 combines low observability with long-range strike capability. It can carry a substantial payload while maintaining its stealth characteristics. Inside the aircraft, two pilots sit side by side in a sophisticated cockpit filled with advanced avionics and mission systems. Unlike older bombers that required large crews, the B-2 is designed to be operated by only 2 people. This reduction in crew size is made possible by extensive automation and computerized systems. The pilots monitor aircraft performance, navigate toward targets, manage weapons, and coordinate with command authorities during missions that can last more than a full day. Long endurance is another key feature of the B-2. The aircraft can travel thousands of miles without landing. With aerial refueling support, it can reach virtually any location on the planet. This capability allows missions to begin from bases in the United States and strike targets on the opposite side of the world. Such flexibility provides military planners with options that few other aircraft can match. Flying a B-2 requires tremendous skill and concentration. Because of its flying wing design, the aircraft is naturally less stable than conventional airplanes. Advanced flight control computers constantly make tiny adjustments to maintain smooth and controlled flight. Without these computerized systems, controlling the aircraft would be extremely difficult. The pilots work closely with these automated technologies, creating a partnership between human judgment and machine precision. The B-2's weapons capabilities are equally impressive. The aircraft can carry a variety of conventional and nuclear weapons. Precision-guided munitions allow it to strike targets with extraordinary accuracy. This precision reduces collateral damage and increases mission effectiveness. During modern conflicts, the ability to hit specific targets while minimizing unintended consequences has become increasingly important. One of the first major demonstrations of the B-2's capabilities occurred during the Kosovo conflict in 1999. Flying from bases in the United States, B-2 bombers conducted long-range missions against strategic targets. The aircraft successfully penetrated defended airspace and delivered precision-guided weapons against key objectives. These operations showcased the unique advantages of stealth technology and long-range strike capability. The aircraft later played important roles in operations in Afghanistan and Iraq. In these conflicts, the B-2 demonstrated its ability to deliver large numbers of precision-guided weapons during a single mission. Military commanders valued the bomber's flexibility, survivability, and effectiveness. The aircraft became an important tool for striking high-priority targets during the opening phases of military campaigns. Despite its extraordinary capabilities, the B-2 program faced significant challenges. Development costs were extremely high, making the aircraft one of the most expensive military airplanes ever built. The end of the Cold War also reduced the perceived need for large numbers of strategic bombers. As a result, only 21 B-2 aircraft were produced. Although the fleet is relatively small, each aircraft represents a powerful strategic asset. Maintaining the B-2 requires specialized facilities and highly trained personnel. The stealth coatings and materials must be carefully inspected and repaired when necessary. Ground crews work tirelessly to ensure that each aircraft remains mission-ready. Their efforts often take place behind the scenes, but they are essential to the bomber's success. Every mission depends on the dedication and expertise of maintenance teams who keep these complex machines operating at peak performance. The B-2 has also become a symbol of technological innovation. Its development pushed the boundaries of aerospace engineering and advanced materials science. Many of the lessons learned during the program influenced future aircraft designs. Engineers gained valuable experience in stealth technology, digital flight controls, and systems integration. These advancements continue to shape modern aviation. One reason the B-2 remains relevant is its ability to adapt. Over the years, the aircraft has received upgrades to its communications systems, sensors, navigation equipment, and weapons capabilities. These improvements ensure that the bomber can continue operating effectively in evolving threat environments. Modern warfare changes rapidly, and maintaining technological superiority requires constant modernization. The aircraft's global reach provides a powerful deterrent. Potential adversaries know that the B-2 can strike targets almost anywhere on Earth with little warning. This capability influences strategic calculations and helps support national security objectives. Sometimes the greatest value of a military system lies not in its use but in the fact that others know it exists and understand what it can do. The appearance of the B-2 often inspires curiosity and admiration. Airshow spectators are frequently amazed by its silent approach and unusual shape. Unlike many aircraft that produce loud engine noise, the B-2 can seem surprisingly quiet from certain angles. Watching the giant flying wing glide overhead creates a memorable experience that leaves a lasting impression on aviation enthusiasts. Pilots who fly the B-2 often describe the experience as unique. The aircraft's advanced systems, enormous range, and strategic importance make it unlike any other bomber. Missions can last many hours, requiring careful planning and exceptional endurance. Crews prepare extensively before departure, studying routes, weather conditions, target information, and mission objectives. Every detail matters when conducting operations on a global scale. The B-2 also highlights the importance of innovation in military strategy. Rather than relying solely on traditional methods, engineers and planners pursued a radically different approach to survivability. By reducing visibility instead of increasing armor or speed, they created a new way of overcoming enemy defenses. This shift in thinking had a profound impact on military aviation and influenced future generations of aircraft. As new technologies emerge, discussions about the future of strategic bombers continue. The United States is introducing newer platforms designed to complement and eventually succeed the B-2. Even so, the Spirit remains an iconic aircraft whose influence extends far beyond its operational history. Its achievements helped define an era of stealth aviation and demonstrated what is possible when ambitious engineering meets strategic vision. The legacy of the B-2 is measured not only by missions flown or targets struck but also by the technological barriers it overcame. Creating an aircraft capable of combining stealth, range, payload, and precision was an extraordinary challenge. Thousands of engineers, technicians, pilots, and support personnel contributed to its success. Their work resulted in an aircraft that continues to inspire respect around the world. Every time a B-2 takes off, it represents decades of research, innovation, and dedication. The aircraft embodies the pursuit of technological excellence and the desire to achieve capabilities once thought impossible. From its origins during the Cold War to its continued service in the modern era, the B-2 Spirit remains a symbol of advanced aerospace engineering and strategic power. Even after years of operation, the aircraft retains an aura of mystery. Many aspects of its capabilities remain classified, contributing to its reputation as one of the most secretive military aircraft ever built. This secrecy helps preserve its effectiveness while fueling public fascination. Aviation enthusiasts, historians, and military analysts continue to study the bomber and admire its remarkable design. The B-2 Spirit stands as a testament to what can be achieved through innovation, determination, and vision. Its sleek flying wing profile, groundbreaking stealth technology, and unmatched global reach have secured its place in aviation history. Whether viewed as a strategic weapon, an engineering masterpiece, or a symbol of technological achievement, the B-2 remains one of the most extraordinary aircraft ever to take to the skies. For decades it has demonstrated the power of advanced design and the importance of staying ahead of emerging challenges. As future generations look back on the evolution of military aviation, the B-2 Spirit will undoubtedly be remembered as one of the defining aircraft of its time, a machine that transformed the way nations think about airpower and proved that sometimes the most powerful presence is the one that cannot be seen.